Hello everyone. Now that spring is finally here, I can start recording videos again. It's been a few months now since I've recorded a video, and I thought I'd give you guys a little update. I'm going to pick up the camera here, don't mind me. So most of the house I was not able to fully water seal. So here you can sort of see a discoloration here and here. So I use the same technique as this area over here. But what happens is it froze overnight because the winter was coming in. So these are a bunch of like little micro cracks, which actually change the color of the roof. So I actually have to do this section over again. That's one of the reasons I stopped recording, is because, you know, when it gets below freezing, it gets a little harder to, oops, sorry about that. Gets a little harder to get things done. So I put down this plastic flooring here, so you could use like a tarp or maybe like tar paper or something instead. But I'm just doing this to sort of like keep the grass away from the building, because I don't want the grass to, like, you know, encroach onto the structure. And you can sort of see that the ground actually froze, and a lot of this area that I cemented sort of like broke apart and came apart, and now it's like pretty crumbly. It's just like back to sand again. So I didn't really feel like doing it over again, so I just decided to put down this plastic and the sand on top. I mean, the main reason, there used to be this like gap. Sorry, let me use better light. There used to be a gap in between the wall and the ground here, and water would go underneath the house. So by adding this, even though it is sort of like coming apart, the water actually travels around the house now instead of going underneath it, which was one of the reasons why these tanks popped up out of the ground, is because a lot of water was going underneath the house and then coming out through this area here, and it sort of filled up this pit with water, and these popped out. It was frozen, it was freezing like maybe 30 days, I'm not sure, it was a long time. So this pipe actually froze, so I wasn't able to get water into the house when it completely froze. I guess I could have like kept the tap dripping, but I didn't do that because, oh, I don't know, I got a lot to work on, a lot to think about, so I kind of skipped over that part. I just let it freeze and then rethaw. All right, so now we're going to go into here. We're going to kind of take a peek into my madness. So I have my bed here. This is where I've been sleeping for the past few months. I haven't worked much on the kitchen counter. Here, let me move this. These are for the next house, but I'm going to save those over there. I'll move that out of the way real quick. Hold on, let me adjust this. I've got a tripod here, it makes this a little difficult. Okay, so, actually I'm just going to take this off. There we go, that's better. Alright, so I've got all the water hooked up. I have a garbage disposal unit, which I haven't like wired up yet. But we'll turn on some water here. So you can hear it, it's priming. It might fill up the toilet, actually. I don't think I've used it recently. Let's see, we should get some water out here though. Oh! Alright, well, we don't want to waste water, so we'll turn that off. Alright, so yeah, I've been cooking on this little camp stove, you know, making tea and stuff at night. And, you know, this is where I hang out, watch movies with my dog. So I built this sort of like, I don't know what you want to call it, but basically I took these copper ion treated 2x4s and I sandwiched them onto these panels here. and then I made a wooden frame, like a short 2-foot wooden frame that just does like a normal framing, and then I drilled it into the top of them, right? So that's how I was able to get this into place. And this is how, where most of my storage is up here, but of course, like, I store stuff under my bed as well. So you can kind of see there's a few things under there. The angle's not great, so. And then we can kind of go over to the closet. It's pretty messy in here. I know I live like a slob, but, you know, whatever. So what I did is actually got these like 1/2-inch 10-foot rebar, and I sort of like drilled them through here. Let me get a better angle. I sort of drilled them through here, and they kind of go all the way down to the wall. It's kind of hard to see because all the clothes are in the way. Here, so you can see it sort of goes all the way to the wall and touches the end of the wall. Now, this is sort of how I have my closet set up. Is you know, I have all my clothes or whatever just kind of hanging here. I haven't actually used the shower yet. I have a shower in the house, the other house that I have that I use. So, you know, I'll give this a try eventually, but for now, I don't want to waste water in the tanks. It's like a 110-gallon capacity. And my main house has like a 3,000-gallon capacity. It already has a rainwater capture system built in, so I don't have to worry about using water over there. But I'm going to build a rain capture system here as well. Here, let me kind of show you what I'm planning for my next video. So you can kind of see how I have these panels here lined up. Well, the idea is like the whole house is slightly downhill, right? So the idea is I'm gonna like concrete these into place, sort of like I did the wall here, and I'll have this this gutter that runs all the way around the perimeter of the house, right? And then when it gets over here to the tanks, it's just gonna flow into the tanks directly. So the house will feed itself its own water. And considering the size of the house, I don't think I'll have any water issues at all, because the surface area on this thing's pretty large. So it probably will be able to fill up every time it rains. So if you were to build something like this, you might consider adding additional tanks and not just have 2, because I just have 2, because I don't need that many at the moment, because I have another house. So, but I've set it up so that sort of like the way truck drivers have 2 gasoline tanks, these are 2 water tanks, right? So if one runs out, you just pull the hose out and put it into the other one. That way you know when you're at half capacity. So yeah, that's about the whole kit and caboodle at the moment. I thought I'd fill you in on some of the progress. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more plastic and sand here, so that so I can keep the grass from encroaching on the house, like I was saying before. So, see you in the next one.